Blue Devils got down by 15 in the second half. Fought valiantly to get back into it. At one point got within 2, but never could draw even in the second half, and they fall on the road. The final count, Pittsburgh 79 and Duke 73.
Well, the loss against Pitt was a tough one. Jeff Capel's done a great job with his team, and they're hot. And they have one of the best players, if not a kid who might be the best player in the league, in Champagne, who had a magnificent game against us. But they also, the youngster Tony can rebound. You have two of the best offensive rebounders in the conference. And then with Johnson at the guard, they're a physical team that took its lumps last year. And so they've learned through experience. In saying that, I thought, especially in the middle of the first half, we played really well. And for most, not the start of the second half, but for the rest of the game, we played winning basketball. And we did, but however, we did not win the last 2 exchanges on the defensive end. And we had breakdowns where we could have had 2 charges, and we did not, and they had 2 buckets. And one, we have to play an entire game with the sense of urgency that we had for a good portion of this game. But then in those critical moments, especially on the defensive end, you need to get a stop. And historically, that's been the difference between us being a good ACC team and a championship team, in fact, a national championship team. And not that I'm saying this team, we're going to win a national championship, but we got to make those winning plays at the end. Having Jalen back helped immensely. We have to remember that he's out for about 5-6 weeks, and Patrick's been out for about 3 weeks. So now we have these guys back. We can start putting a team together the way a team should be put together and identify roles for these guys.
I say I'm back at 100%. Took quite a bit off, resting it, a lot of treatment, a lot of rehab, and a lot of work put into it. So I'm glad to finally be back. We struggled last game, and unfortunately we didn't come out with the W tonight. So more focused on making a statement as a team. I know my game's going to take care of itself. I know coach is going to put me in the right positions to make plays and just play my game.
Well, Jalen's a unique player in that he doesn't have a position, and he's really good with the ball. He's an outstanding passer. He makes other guys better instinctively. If he was a quarterback, he would be able to look at all of his receivers and still hit a screen pass or his outlet, if he was being pressured. That's one of his biggest strengths, and the fact that he's 6'8", 6'9". The thing that he showed against Pitt is, what he's worked on individually is shooting, and he scored the ball well. His shot has improved immensely since he came to Duke, and so he can score and he can make other people better. And against Pitt, he also blocked 3 shots. So you have to figure out how he touches the ball, how he can make people better, and then how he can stay in the game. Losing him the last couple minutes of the Pitt game was a huge loss. The fact that we have Jalen and Patrick every day, now we can put together an offense and defense that is best suited for this team. When they were out, we're doing things that were best for that group. And so we do not have the continuity of a group. And someone might say, well, all they need to do is go back to what they were doing before. They were not doing anything before. You know, Jalen played a couple games. We're just finding out about ourselves. So it's not like going back to the role you had. And so, you know, we're trying to do those things. And it's late January. It's the third week in January, you know, and that's not the best situation. However, it's the situation you're in, so you better make it the best situation. And that's what we're going to try to do with our basketball team.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Together taste better. By Ford. Built for victory. Built for the Carolinas. Contact your Carolina Ford dealer today. And by Gatorade. Win from within.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Today tastes like staying in, like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating, and a little bit like waiting.
Food's here.
Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get a well-equipped 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Tony, a bounce pass to the left for Johnson on the drive behind the back with the dribble. He lost it. Moore come up with a loose ball, 3-on-1. Roach ahead of the pack to lay it in. Easy for Stewart. Gets two screens up top. Now driving lane. All the way in. Off the window for two.
What a play by DJ Stewart.
Jeremy and DJ are very talented and they're competitors. They have to learn to play with each other better, make each other better, and not necessarily take the first shot they see, but to get the best shot on each exchange. Look, they're competitors. They're doing a good job, but as freshmen, they have to learn from their experiences, and they can become more efficient scorers and better passers. And in saying that, they've done a good job, but there's a lot of growth potential there.
We've been pretty good, but we gotta pick things up. We had a conversation. We said we have to be better. We gotta be together as one on the perimeter. We gotta lead the perimeter, and we have talks like all the time. Like we talked today, yesterday, about us being better and then just leading the team. We gotta get people open, see each other, hit each other in the right spots at the right time, and just feed off each other's energy.
Johnson, the offensive rebound, a kick out, 3-ball for Stewart, rattles home to tie the game. To the left it goes, and Roach, a driving lane inside righty. Runner is good. Jeremy Roach into double figures, and we're tied again.
With freshman guards, the ones that we've had, except for Amaker, they've had upperclassmen who have been there before to help them. This team does not have that. And so they're going to be more prone to learning through their experiences. Tommy Tommy was an old man at 18 on the court, poised and smart. Quinn Snyder had older guys. Hurley had older guys. Wojo, had older guys. Duhan. Our good guards, they had older guys with them. These kids do not, and so they're going to be more prone to making mistakes as they're learning how to play. And by playing 9 games already, it should be about 16, 17 in a normal year. They'll get better because they want to get better.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reads.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reed's Jewelers and Reads.com. You'll feel like family.
You're injured, but at the insurance company, it's business as usual.
Denied.
This guy? They call him the Deny Guy.
Denied. D-E-N-I-E-D. Denied. Denied.
He sings his song every day.
Denied, denied, denied.
Well, unless he hears from an experienced lawyer.
Tell them you mean business. Call on the Hurt Line, the law offices of James Scott Farron, right now.
Let's talk about math. Fuel points math. For every dollar you spend at Harris Teeter, you get a fuel point. 100 fuel points equals 10 cents off per gallon. 200 fuel points equals 20 cents off per gallon. 1,000 fuel points equals $1 off per gallon on quality fuel. And if you're shopping at Harris Teeter with your Vic card, your fuel points are already adding up. Check the bottom of your receipt. Harris Teeter Fuel Points, an easy way to save on fuel.
See harristeeter.com for details.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Duke 360, presented by Continental Tire, for what you do.
One of the things we wanted to highlight this week is a side out of bounds play that was huge in the Boston College game. And Coach K has always been so good at drawing up under out of bounds or side out of bounds plays that can create scoring opportunities. Bob McKillop, the longtime coach at Davidson, calls side out of bounds and under out of bounds the special teams of college basketball. And Coach K, always one of the best at creating offense from those set plays. About a minute 39 to go in that Boston College game. The game was tied. Duke had the ball side out of bounds. And I'm going to bring up my little marker board here. We're working from home. You got to apologize. You got to not mind the scribbles on here. My kids use this for art time. But what the setup was, you got DJ Stewart inbounding the ball on the side. You've got Jeremy Roach set up here, Jordan Goldwire up here. You've got Matthew Hurt in the corner, and you've got Wendell Moore down here. And Matthew Hurt not in the corner, obviously. He's on this opposite block. And so you have basically a box set. Now, Boston College on this possession was in a zone. But you can run this play against man or zone. You just have to set the screen on the bodies that are there. And what ends up happening as I try to work this light out of the picture, the ball comes in here to Jeremy Roach, okay? DJ Stewart ends up coming through here, and they set these screens. Wendell Moore and Matthew Hurt, they set these screens, but they're kind of dummy screens. This is a misdirection play. So hopefully the defense is following Stewart as he comes all the way through to this opposite side. And as Stewart is doing that, the ball is reversed here to Goldwire. Goldwire looks at Stewart in the corner. He then reverses the ball back to Jeremy Roach. And what ends up happening is after Matthew Hurt sets his screen for Stewart coming out here, he then is going to come off to the corner off a screen that is set by Wendell Moore. And let's take a look here. And what's so good about this is Duke plays it up. They play like DJ Stewart is the guy that they're going to in that corner. Then the ball gets reversed quickly. You get a really good screen set by Wendell Moore. And then Matthew Hurt ends up taking and hitting a really tough shot. Of course, in that Boston College game, John Shire was the guy in the big chair coaching that game with Coach K out. And Shire, having played for Coach and now coached with Coach for some time now, understands the value of those types of plays. He takes a book out of Coach K's playbook and says, let's go to Matthew Hurt on a side out of bounds in the corner, and it worked to perfection.
Most importantly, Duke has the basketball, tied at 75. Goldwire for Roach. Looks to the left corner, there's Hurt. 3-ball up. Oh, he hit it! Cold-blooded from Matthew Hurt to give the Blue Devils a 78-75 lead.
Blue Devil Changemakers, presented by Duke Alumni.
We begin our special series on Duke Alumni Changemakers by visiting with someone very special. Former Duke women's basketball player, Sue Gordon. Sue, thank you so much for spending time with us today. So you began your career at Duke, a 3-time captain for the women's basketball team. Then you began your 30-plus year career in the CIA. And now you're back at Duke as a teacher. Life just comes full circle, doesn't it?
Yeah, what a lucky girl I am. And I'm delighted to be here with you, Rebecca. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it does. And, I don't know that I was one of those people who really planned the arc of her career. I just, you get the opportunities, you do the best you can with them, and other things happen. The chance to be back at Duke, though, because Duke gave me everything. I tell people all the time that it gave me the 3 most important things in my life. One, it gave me the love of my life. I met my husband here. It gave me my very dearest friends, the women who were on the basketball team with me. And it gave me my insatiable curiosity, my ability to critically think. And I think those 2 have impelled my career. So I'm pretty beholden to this university.
Well, a lot took place this past year in 2020 and still continuing right now with the movement for change in our society, with social justice, obviously a pandemic with COVID-19, and gender equality as well. You yourself are a change maker, but what motivates you to make change, and what gives you hope to make change right now for our future?
What always gives me hope is what I've seen done throughout my lifetime, and not in any one venue. Certainly my career, the CIA, I've seen amazing things happen. And so I always believe if you must do something, you can do something, because I've seen that happen. In terms of why I think I have been that person who people see as an innovator, the person you give a job to if you want something done. And I tell people all the time, I don't think I like change more than anyone else. Change is hard, but I like relevance more than I hate change. And so to me, what impels me is, how are you good today and today and today? And in order to do that, you have to have a clear idea of what you're trying to accomplish, but you have to be willing to change how you do that. Missions are typically the same. The outcome is typically common, but the world turns. And so how you do it changes. And so if you're willing to both hold a vision and imagine that it needs to be done differently, then you'll usually get there.
You're also a teacher helping the future generation at Duke. To be a teacher now at Duke, first, what are you teaching, and why is it so important for you to help this future generation and learn, just like you were a student?
I'm so thrilled with being a Rubenstein Fellow and the chance to come and teach a couple courses. Right now, I'm teaching one in the business school. I call it colloquially National Security for Business Leaders. and then I'll be teaching one in the spring at the School of Public Policy. I really wanted to do this because there's so much hyperbole around national security and politics. But really and truly, I wanted to come and keep people believing that either working for the government or working in the private sector with an understanding of the responsibility for security was a good thing. And so right now, my class is so amazing. I have to tell you, I have to brag about the students at Fuqua. One, they put up with a first-time teacher and a first-time teacher trying to do it virtually. But we are having some of the most amazing conversations about everything from cyber to unrest to problems with data, with social media, innovation. And when we lay problems out together, I will tell you, these students are so erudite, so impassioned, and what they're learning how to do is to articulate an outcome that must be achieved and start laying a path. It's an amazing opportunity. So what I wanted was to give the benefit of my knowledge. What I have gotten is inspired knowing that there is a whole generation of leaders who are ready to deliver what we need.
Well, Sue, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. Good luck teaching, and thank you for being a Duke alumni changemaker.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Okay. She's the one, and you know it. At Reeds.com, we're making it easy to find the perfect ring from home. With helpful advice from our online jewelry experts, safe and discreet shipping, and beautiful ring packaging, you'll be confident the moment will be as perfect for her as she is for you. As a trusted jeweler for over 70 years, Reed's Jewelers will be here to make both of you feel like family. Long after she says yes.
Today tastes like staying in, like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating, and a little bit like waiting. Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill. No.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Vintage Duke.
He's going to take it down the lane, in the air, shoves it up, got it at the buzzer! Look what up has win it, 63-62. Right-handed hook shot, too hard. Rebound tipped in the air, comes outside. Dockery has it. Off on the right sideline, he'll kick it out to JJ. Deep three, got it! Half win it is!
JJ Redick from 28 feet drains the three. The Blue Devils up 57-44.
Redick back toward the top with 2 guys chasing him. Now he gets rid of 1, spins in the paint, hanger high off the glass. He banks it home. What else is he going to do?
Well, I love the fact that on our show we show some vintage plays or vintage highlights, and today to talk about JJ Redick. What a joy to coach. He made you think of plays that only he could make work. And then you allowed him the opportunity. They call it the ultimate green light. I call it a green light with no speed limit. And one of the best performances he had was against Texas. You know, we've played so many of those big time games over the 4 decades I've been here, and that was huge. And this kid comes through with over 40 points and 9 threes, and you know, if you were at the game, whatever price you paid for the ticket, you got a bargain. You got a real bargain, and so I hope you enjoy the highlights.
JJ on the right side toward the top of the circle. Little head fake. Now the pull up from 17. Got it. He is feeling it, folks. He is feeling it. Dockery now to JJ, curling to the top. Out on the right side. 19-footer. Got it again. Across the top of the circle to the right side. Gives it away to JJ. Behind the McRoberts screen. Buries another three-pointer. His 7th of the ball game. And it's 66-44. Wow, what a ball game J.J. Redick is playing here just across the river from New York City.
Being in the zone, not just for a basketball player, but for any athlete, is the greatest feeling. You're running on pure adrenaline. You're not really thinking about anything. You're just playing instinctually. And when I'm in the zone and shots are falling, I really feel like every time I touch the ball and get a clean look at the basket, it's going in. And I definitely felt that way Saturday when we played Texas.
All of us here at Duke, and especially in the athletic department, should be extremely thankful for the opportunity of working with the very best at what he does, and he being Kevin White. You know, he's been the best sports administrator in college during his lifetime, well over 4 decades. And we've had him for 13 years. You know, he's made the people around him better. Me, my program, Duke Athletics, Duke University. And a big part of it is that as a leader, he was not a micromanager. He allowed his people to do their thing with his guidance. And then his humility has shown up throughout his career, including in how he announced his retirement. This guy is the best. And if you have an opportunity to write him or whatever, do that. A note just to say thanks. I know I do that. I've done that every day. So it's a big hole to fill, to be quite frank with you, a big hole to fill for Duke University.